DCeased issue 4. Now, if you thought the government wasn't going to get involved in any way, you are dead wrong, because over in Washington, deep in the basements at Cadmus Labs, Amanda Waller is there with Captain Atom, as they have one of the DCeased zombies there sitting on a table. And inside is the Atom. And they're trying to figure out what's wrong. But, you know, the numbers are coming back and it's just too late. They're still going to try to find a cure. They have to stop the spread. And Amanda Waller gives Captain Atom the go-ahead. She's like, kill everybody. You have to excise the virus here. I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, I'm a good soldier. He does what he does. And yeah, if you know what Captain Atom does, you know how this issue is probably going to end. Captain Atom flies through and he is just wiping people out. He's blowing them away because, you know, that's what you got to do. I don't necessarily disagree. But then all of a sudden he starts, and he overcome with rage and everything, because inside of him, the Atom has found a way inside Captain Atom to infect him. So that is all of a sudden the Atom and Captain Atom both down. Captain Atom, huge threat. Somebody's got to do something about that, obviously. Then Superman returns with his mom to a rooftop, much like this one, and they finally go and they set out the broadcast on all analog systems. Lois Lane sets it out. She's like, hey, and it's heard. It is heard by friends, by heroes, by villains. It's heard around the world. Mara arrives on Themyscira and she's like, oh, hey, Wonder Woman, what are we, you know, we gotta do something. Wonder Woman hears the call and she's like, yeah, I gotta go to Metropolis. There is a gathering of heroes. So while Superman is out trying to find survivors and whatnot, he comes across the Flashes, Barry and Wally, and they're like hunkered down in a bunker, just sitting there like, And Superman comes in, he's like, oh my God, like, thank God you guys are okay. And they're like, yeah, the second Batman figured out what was going on, he called us and said, just get down to a bunker and don't look at phones, don't do anything. And we listened to him because he's Batman, you know? And Superman's like, yeah, like, he's right. Like, realistically, if one of you two got infected, like, you'd infect the whole world really quick. So good call. Superman takes them back to the roof of the Daily Planet. And then Black Lightning's daughter actually gives them some of her contact lenses. Not special contact lenses or anything, just, these are prescription for me. They're blurry. You're going to not see well out of them. It's going to block stuff. So, I mean, that should help. It's not the best plan, but it's a good plan. Yeah, I guess. Meanwhile, back in Gotham, Harley Quinn is facing off with the Birds of Prey. Poison Ivy just kind of swoops in and shows how powerful she is, and just vines come and crush all of them. Harley's like, oh my God, that was so romantic. And Poison Ivy's like, really? Killing zombies is romantic? It's like, yeah, sure. Back on the roof of the Daily Planet, we've got a large assembly of heroes now. We got Superman, we got the current Green Lantern, we got Lois, we got Superboy there, we got Damian Wayne, Robin, Green Arrow, Black Lightning, couple of Flashes, building up a good team, but then all of a sudden they hear this. And they look, and not even off in the distance, really, right there. I don't know how they didn't see her coming. It's Giganta. So Giganta's dead. Out of nowhere, the bat plane flies down, shoots some missiles, and she goes down. And Damian's like, oh, my dad's here, yeah! And then Wonder Woman comes flying up with a sword. She's gonna chop her head off, and Superman stops her. He's like, no, what are you doing? And Wonder Woman's like, no, that is a giant, undead, giant monster. Like, we are killing that thing. This is not the time to be soft, Clark. And then a hole gets blown in her head on the ground, and Cyborg's on the other side being like, yeah, no, she's right. These are dead. We have to deal with them by killing them. The bat plane lands on the roof. Alfred gets out, and he's like, nah, your dad's dead, Damian, I'm really sorry. But he hands him the briefcase that Bruce had for him, and it's actually a little Batman suit. Said, you're ready to be Batman, and he should have told you that every day. He loves you. He's sorry he died. Because who wouldn't be? And then looking up at the sky, and Hawkgirl comes flying by, and she's actually just very wounded, and she comes dropping down. And they're like, oh my God, what happened? She's like, Captain Atom is going crazy and killing people. Like, he's turned. He really messed me up. What are we gonna do? And Superman and Wonder Woman are like, well, we gotta go fight him. So Captain Atom's in Washington, D.C., making like it's Independence Day and blowing up the White House, and everything's going to crap, and Superman and Wonder Woman have to fight him, and they start fighting him. But you know what happens when you fight Captain Atom, right? He explodes. Explodes big. Washington, D.C.'s gone. We know Amanda Waller was there. Although she's a tree lobster if I've ever seen one. Superman and Wonder Woman appear to be done. We'll wait and see. And then this blast just keeps spreading. Keeps spreading, keeps spreading. The blast comes to Metropolis. Everybody on the roof of the Daily Bugle's all like, huh. And they just turn forward and face this Captain Atom-sized blast that just engulfs them. So, who all was on that roof? Because they're dead. That's how that issue ends. Check back tomorrow for a one-shot that doesn't resolve this story at all. Like and subscribe and stuff.